Hi everybody, this is Bogus Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a Throwback Thursday on the NECA House of 1,000 Corpses exclusive Captain Spaulding figure. So before we take a look at Captain Spaulding, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with his tiny little hat. It has a real elastic string on it that keeps it on his head right there, and it stays very well. It's painted very nicely, and it even has some texturing there on the stripes. It looks very nice. Up next, he comes with accessory holding hands. Up next, he comes with a bag of his fried chicken. You can see his face there on the bag. Looks very nice. I think this was used with a couple other of the Captain Spaulding figures from this time as well. Up next, he comes with the revolver for his left hand, and it's sculpted and painted very nicely. It's cast in black, and the silver parts over the top of it there have a little bit of a black wash to them, and that looks very nice. It brings the details out very nicely. Up next, he comes with my favorite hands to leave on the figure, the middle finger hands. I am so happy that NECA included these as alternate hands. They look very cool. And finally, he comes with the bathroom keys attached to the hand there, and that looks very nice. This hand is actually sculpted really well. The key itself and the chain going up it is sculpted and painted really nicely. The silver stands out really well. You get some texturing on the hands. And it looks like a little bit of paint variation. It looks like a slight dry brushing of some light green over top of it. So yeah, that's a very detailed small piece. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt on Captain Spaulding. So taking a look at this head sculpt, I think NECA did a phenomenal job at capturing Sid Haig's likeness. I think this is a really great likeness for 2004. I just think the expression is spot on. This one has him with barely any of his makeup on. You can still see a little bit of the lines there for his clown makeup, and he has a little bit of white on his skin right there. That's what makes this different from the other one. But yeah, this one looks really nice. Like, even the way his teeth are sculpted and painted look really good. You even, his teeth are kind of brown, and you get this really dark brown paint over top of them, making them look really rotten. You get some light gray paint over top of his beard. Some wrinkles sculpted there on his skin. This is just a very good head sculpt, and I think it captures Sid Haig's likeness very well. Now, the main difference on this figure, the exclusive version, is instead of the hot dog on his shirt, you get the Pigs' beautiful logo right there with the pig cup. And that looks really good. It really stands out on his dirty looking shirt. I think his shirt is cast in this yellowish color and has white painted over top of it. The wrinkles are sculpted really nicely, and his shirt is really textured. It feels really gross. It feels really crusty. The way that it's painted and sculpted, it looks very dirty. And one thing I noticed, if you lift his arms up, you can see that they actually painted yellow sweat stains there on his armpits. I found that hilarious. I mean, that's a really cool attention to detail, though. That you can see a little bit right here, but they actually did paint the arm itself. If you have it down to his sides like that, you never see it. But if you have his arms up like that, you can see the yellow sweat stains there on his armpits. On his right forearm, you get his John Wayne tattoo, as well as arm hair sculpted on. You get, I think it's a little bit of a black wash over top of his skin to bring out the sculpt of the hair right there. You get the love and hate on his knuckles. You get the pinup girl on his left arm. That's painted pretty well. You get his clown pants, and I believe these are reused from the Murder Ride Captain Spaulding. All the circles are painted very nicely. You get some nice sculpted wrinkles. This is just a very nice sculpt. I think NECA did a very awesome job at sculpting this. And even his clown shoes have a bunch of good sculpt detail to them. Looking at the bottoms, I think they're cast in black, and they have this tan color painted over top of them as well as the brown. And the tan has a white wash over top of it, and then the brown has a black wash over top of it that brings out the texturing really nicely. So yeah, NECA really went above and beyond with the sculpt on this guy. The articulation is really limited, as most figures were at that time from NECA and McFarlane, but I still think it's a fantastic figure. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. So he does have a ball joint, but you can hear that kind of noise it makes when you move it. He can move side to side very nicely, but I would be very careful of moving that. I believe the joint that's used on this is a translucent plastic joint, and those joints are infamous for breaking very easily if you move it too much. He has shoulders that can move all the way out. He has a swivel at the bicep that can spin all the way around, swivel wrists that can move side to side, And when I was switching these hands out, I was kind of worried that with interchangeable hands on an old figure like this, it might be brittle. But these hands switch out very nicely. I'm not afraid that they're going to break at all. I mean, I would still use caution when switching them out, but it doesn't feel like they're going to break. He has a waist swivel, just moves side to side, and he has swivels here in the ankle that can just move side to side. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here he is next to the Devil's Rejects Bloody Showdown version of himself. Here he is next to the non-Bloody Showdown Devil's Rejects version of himself. Here he is next to Baby. Here he is next to Otis. Here he is next to Tiny, which is way taller than him. And finally, here he is next to Dr. Satan. So overall, if you get the chance to get this, then I would highly recommend picking it up, because NECA did a fantastic job on this, and this is hands down my favorite Captain Spaulding figure in my collection. There's still a bunch of different versions. I think Captain Spaulding is the figure they made most from both House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects. I think there was like 6 or 7 different versions of him for both movies, maybe more. I definitely don't see NECA re-releasing this anytime soon. It's honestly kind of weird that they haven't even released the updated Murder Ride version. That was supposed to be for the 20th anniversary of House of 1,000 Corpses, which has now came and went. So yeah, if you can find this for a decent price, then I would recommend picking it up, because it is a very cool figure and definitely a must-have if you're a fan of Rob Zombie's films. So that's my review. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching.